We back. We got high flying, death defying moves, people dying, red shirts, new outfits, Spock, and a Red Angel. Let's do this. NERDSoul. LeIllKid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of On Screen. Been waiting for a while. We got to do the catch up, but we going to go straight out to them stars. We ain't staying on Earth, nah, because we got to move. And we're moving on Star Trek Discovery. And I covered season 1, had a ball watching it. This show is just amazing. It hit me like a ton of bricks first season, loved it, and we back in the saddle. I love starting out with the whole like parable, talking about the girl that threw the stars in the sky, all the way on to the beef with Michael and Spock. So we gonna cover that, but I want to start low. Let's get to your girl Tilly. She back. We ain't seen her in a minute. She's still, I figured her being like the evil captain with the hair down would have kind of helped her, open up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Relax a little bit and all that good stuff. But her and Stamets still have their back and forth, and seeing her upbeat spirit, it's annoying at times, but you know what? She is kind of like the soul of the Discovery. She's the happiness and the hope of the Discovery. And I like that. She does talk too much, and I'm gonna get about Stamets in a second, but I like her there. I think the ship would be worse if she wasn't there. The optimism, the way too many words, but I like Tilly. I do like Tilly. She's like one of those kind of like cute but annoying things that go on during the show, and I like her. I'm glad she's around. I'm glad she's back in full force of her over talking and stammering and tripping over her own self. Now Stamets, I was interested to see him kind of like replaying those moments in his mind, because to me it would seem like almost torturing yourself. But he's decided, hey, I gotta move on, I gotta do this. And Tilly, they're going back and forth. And through that, the thing that I love is like, repeat after me. I will say, fewer words. I love that. But seeing his love for science, seeing his love for just the game of discovery, the game of, learning and growing and exploring, he decided to stay, which I thought was extremely dope. Now, let's slide that to the side. Yeah. Let's talk about your boy Spock hating on Michael, yo. I ain't going front. And I'm not surprised. You got an only kid, only child, just mind his business. He having fun. Got both of his parents. He ain't got to share nothing. All of a sudden, you bringing a new kid, you're like, I hate you. I mean, he ain't say I hate you, but them eyes said I hate you. Them eyes said I hate you so hard. Just straight up, man, look, they say they ain't supposed to have no emotion. Oh, Spock had all kinds of emotion in the past. But all jokes aside, I like how they handled the friction between them. The friction even with his father over his childhood, seemingly, that we think of now. And the fact that he didn't want to see them. He had to move on. He had to go. And he had to, discover what he was going on with these red lights and that was going on in his nightmares. I like that. It builds more around their family, around what they went through, around Michael's childhood, around Spock's childhood. And even the statement of fatherhood that, Spock's daddy said. Spock, and I can't remember his name right now, but Spock's daddy talking about, I thought it would teach him empathy. No, it taught him jealousy, resentment, and I don't know, everything else that was bad. Because of course, as a kid, he probably felt like I'm losing something. I'm getting less. She's taking from me. And I mean, when you're a kid, that's all that's what you think. You're like, yo, mom is mine. You know what I'm saying? This is my family. This is my house. Now I got to share my toys. So he thought he was going to teach him a certain lesson, and it didn't work. But I like that reflection, because a lot of times you don't get to see parents, on TV. They're usually like, I did what I had to do, but seeing him reflect and say, maybe I made the wrong choice. Maybe maybe the lesson didn't go over like I thought it would. Maybe I could have did something different. That was nice. And seeing that reflection inside of this episode that has so much action. But I do want to touch on Michael as well in relation to her childhood and her adult womanhood right now, you know, seeing how they related, how she grew, because we know parents were killed, Klingons had to get, you know, taken to a, you know, taken to a Vulcan family, raised like that, you know, especially not really being in the culture, but having to kind of inject herself and learn those ways, you know, how it's impressed upon her now, how she even tries to fight back that emotion, but still has it, but knows that it's not, you know, accepted in that culture. It's tough. And you see her struggle with it, with her body language, her facial expressions, and the words. It's just well done, man. It is just well done. Acting is on par, and I really dig it. But we got to move on to, of course, your boy Pike. And I'll drop this real quick before the break. I like him stepping in, knowing that, yo, this is a weird situation. But straight up, everybody, I want y'all to see my file, leave it up there. I want y'all to know who I am, because I want you to know I am not Lorca. And I think that was very important for him to come out and say. I'm pretty sure a lot of captains would just be like, we got to move on and just go do what I got to do and don't even worry about the past. But I think it was very important for him to speak to them and let them know, I am not Lorca. I'm not here to swindle you, bamboozle you, sneak around, do underhanded dealings. I'm here for the good of the fleet, for the good of this ship, and for the good of, you know, just humanity and exploration as a whole. I'm not here to try to take nobody down. And you see that in the way they're almost fighting back and forth about the medical frigate, where he's like, yo, I'm not leaving nobody. And Michael being like, we ain't leaving nobody either. We're just trying to figure out the best way to do it. And I love that. I love that meeting of the minds and where they found each other on the level playing field of like, look, we do things a little bit differently, but we are right here. We digging you. So I thought that was dope. Now we got some action. You know your boy love that action after the break. But first, KURO Brand gonna help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check the link below. Hat, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, of course, cop it. Let's talk about expectations, straight up. It was said in the show, talking about expectations, what you might think you gonna see. They had a red shirt. The red shirt, I did not die. No, it was the dude that was like, I know how I'm flying. I know what to do. I got this. I've been flying all my life. Kabloom, kablooey. He did, and he ain't had a red shirt on. So I thought that was lovely, because they called out the red shirt, even like they spoke about Spock, and I was like, oh yeah, I like the subversion of expectations. I see what you, we here, I see it. So I thought that was dope. But in that flight path, wow, that was cool. Like the spinning, I don't know nothing about the science, but the way it was spinning and then closing and spinning, and it was swerving around and all kinds of asteroids, that was sick. That was sick. That was incredible. That was dope. I love it. Yo, this show, they are spending some money on this show, and I love that. Like, yo, straight up, I love all the movements and the flight paths and all that. Thought it was dope. Also, when they get on the asteroid, the way the medical frigate was set up, even dealing with the little I guess robots that were floating around, and when they meet the engineer that was still left over there. Just so much attention to detail and so much in the set. They are crushing it right now. So seeing the engineer talking about, you know, the body is just another machine. I was able to do this. I can save these people, getting them being back, and seeing that red angel and knowing that it's the same thing now that Spock is following. We got something that will bring, hopefully, Michael and Spock back together on this season. And maybe able to get through a little bit of the things and maybe the trauma of childhood between them, and maybe repair that as adults. But this episode, we back. We back. So holla at me, I'm gonna holla at you. Down in the comments, let's talk Star Trek Discovery. We can talk Pike, Stamets, Tilly, we can talk Michael, Spock, whatever you wanna talk about, I'm down. So before I bounce, I wanna tell you guys to hit up that NERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos on the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you are like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, whenever you flying through a crazy asteroid field, just do what Michael says. Peace.